Hello! Welcome to another episode of Stuff with Key. So in my last Create video, I mentioned I'll be making a tutorial on how to make these. Close-up shot. I started making these at about 2 to 3 years ago and actually sold them at the flea market. They make great gifts and decorations for your table or your workspace. So this week's video will be a basic tutorial on how to make these mini canvas art. I just want to clarify that I'm not like some crazy amazing artist that I can draw out on my own. I actually have to use reference pictures. So in my tutorial, I will be using 2 reference pictures, which I'll also link in the description below. Here's what you need: a blank canvas to draw on, a twin-sided felt tip marker, black color will be best. The other end has to be a fine tip, a regular pencil, and an eraser. Mechanical pencils are fine as well. An old marker that has some ink left. I've distinguished it with a sticker. And finally, tissue. This is to stuff the cavity at the back of the canvas. Start things off by drawing the sketch in pencil onto the blank mini canvas. At this point, I realized I drew the eye a little bit lower than what I wanted, so I stuffed tissue paper at the back in the cavity of the mini canvas, so that later when I erase, the canvas does not depress in. Do not worry about the old pencil marks that cannot be fully erased. We will cover that with the marker later. So now I just drew in the new position of the eye. Adding in all the details, circling the areas where I will not be coloring at all. So I use a brand new twin-sided felt tip marker, outlining all the pencil lines that I drew. Don't worry if you didn't draw the curved line straight, because what I did was I just thickened the line to cover up the crimes. Okay, here's my secret. Old markers that I used before, they are running out of ink. I use them for coloring. The reason being that they are not full of ink anymore. So when I use them to cover, when I use them to draw, it doesn't fully cover the areas. So this is what I wanted. So by drawing in light strokes over and over again on certain areas where I want darker, so that's how I create the illusion of depth. So since Voltop is a sphere, I had to curve it according to a sphere. So now just using the good marker to redefine all the lines again, make it stand out. You can add minor details like drawing a frame around if you want. For more intricate and detailed artworks, it's the same concept. First you have to start out with the pencil sketch. It's pretty hard to fit the whole Hulkbuster into this small little canvas, so I chose my composition well. I decided to focus on his helmet and his chest area. It's okay if you don't get all the details in 100%, due to the small size of the canvas and the pencil, and it's just pretty hard to get all the details down. But the key thing is how I improvise and edit accordingly to make it still look like the Hulkbuster in the end. So bear that in mind. When it comes to the colouring part later, a lot of these small details might get lost as well. A good tip I have for transferring or for mimicking what you see in the reference picture down to your canvas is to measure certain reference points. Like how I know where to draw his shoulder locking keys is based on which level in comparison to the other parts of his body. So I start with this fine tip of the marker instead of the bigger side because of all the details in the Hulkbuster itself. So what I do first is to outline all these lines, draw them out so there's better definition there, and I know where to colour in later. If you start with the bigger side, you're going to lose a lot of the details, and that's not really what we want. Alright, colouring in the black areas, and now I'm using the old marker to do the shading in as well. It's important to decide where your light source comes from, so you know where are the areas that you need to add in shadows. Lastly, to make him stand out, I decided to colour the background black. With your completed art piece, you can give them to friends, or you want to keep it for yourself for decorations. It's all fine. Alternatively, you can stick a piece of magnet at the back as well, and it will become magnetic. So they can stick it on fridges, or you want to stick it on your wherever is metal. I sell these magnetic strips on my Carousell store. Links are below in the description. And that's how it's done. And with this video, I'm going to do my first ever giveaway.
It's totally free. You've got nothing to lose.
I am giving away a mini canvas art starter pack which includes 5 of these blanks and 2 of these twin-sided markers. This giveaway is open to anyone, anywhere, and I will pick a winner on 12th of July. All you gotta do is head over to my giveaway page. That's all. Follow the instructions on the page and you can earn up to 3 entries to win. But if you're like, Keith, I can't wait all the way to the giveaway to start making my art, you can actually head over to Art Friend in Singapore to purchase these mini canvases for about $1.60 each, or you could head over to my Carousell page, links provided as well, to purchase them at a lower price. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you guys will support me by getting in on this giveaway. Remember, it's absolutely free and costs you nothing. I will see you next week for another episode of Stuff with Keith. Bye! $1.60 each, or you could head over to my Carousell page, links provided as well, and I'll be selling them at a lower price.